Hello, my name is Sarah Poet, and I am really passionate about women and sustainability in our energy and in our work. So, we all know what it feels like to be too depleted, too tired in our endeavors, in our creations. And so, a really great conversation happened with a female client who wants to pivot out of corporate into a soul creation that she's working on. And she did say something I hear all the time. She said, I feel like I'm living a double life. I do this Monday through Friday, and then I have this self care, this spiritual practice, this really deep soul innovative process that she lives in her life and with her partner in the evenings and the weekends. And so she just actually took a promotion at work because she's not totally ready to leap, pivot into her soulpreneur endeavor. And she said something really, really astute. She said, I know that the patterns of work that I have right now are going to be the patterns of work that I take into my own soul led business. And what I want to make sure of is that I'm practicing a more sustainable energetic, a more a kinder way of relating to her own energy. Because what she said is, I'm afraid I'm just going to bulldoze myself through work like I always have. And I know that we know as women what that feels like to just like have this big to-do list, have all of these responsibilities. I mean, it's the way the workplace has felt that we feel like we just have to keep going. Okay, that because I talk about feminine and masculine energies a lot, like energies, behaviors, the archetypes, right? Not necessarily male, female, but masculine and feminine, and we all have both. And so these archetypes are within us. And so if we're just nonstop action and kind of like taking advantage of our own energy, really, that is really a masculine energetic, but it's not a kind masculine energetic. I don't like to be around masculine energetics that have no reverence for the feminine, right? Like whether a male bodied person or, whether the masculine in my own system. I like sustainability in my energy. Okay. And so if there is an aspect of our work practices, our energetic practices regarding our to-do list and our responsibilities that are bulldozer, which was the word that she used, bulldozing. Once she got into the workplace, then it was like, oh, if I bulldoze, one, we're not sustainable in our own energy. And two, what are we bulldozing? We're bulldozing our inner feminine. We're bulldozing like our own energy. That's kind of another conversation for another day, because I could get into like what that feminine that we are bulldozing really needs to feel like. But here's what we did, and this is just what I want to share today. When you are bulldozing through work, there's something happening with your breath awareness, something happening with your body. So you can notice this. Okay, so if you just do it right now, like take one clearing breath, okay, then tune into the body, right? So the mind becomes this observer of what's happening in the breath and what's happening in the body. And you just notice, okay, if I go into bulldozing action, what do I notice in my body? And what do I notice in my breath? Well, one, I start to hold my breath more immediately. I also notice like a tightening and coming forward in the gut, almost like a self-protection in the gut. My shoulders kind of hunch forward, right? And my brow kind of furrows, I get more serious. And that's my like, gotta hustle, gotta bulldoze sensations. So women, if we don't want to continually perpetuate old work habits that don't work anymore, the bulldozing of our feminine energy, the bulldozing of our life force energy, then we simply have to, or have the opportunity to, notice our breath awareness at any given moment. and our body sensations. And for me, like if those aren't relaxed and open, both the breath and the body, then I don't move forward. I don't move forward with projects. I don't move forward with relating. I don't move forward with contracts. If my body's giving me a signal of contraction in the breath, then I'm not ready to move forward. And what a different world this would be if we um, listened to that first. And again, I could talk about that all day because I talk with women about, how do we know how to enter relationships that way? How do we get out of those patterns of contraction? So if you're interested in anything I mentioned here, reach out at sarahpoet.com. I am a coach for women. I also do professional development for organizations and leadership personnel. And, if it's sparking, we trust the spark and we connect. Okay. So masculine, feminine leadership inside the body, but just led by the present moment, just led with what is. If it doesn't feel good to bulldoze yourself, then let's not do it. And the last thing I'll say is, this client was saying all of these really lofty ideas about, working differently and love-centered work and all of that. And it's like, awesome. But all of those ideas are thoughts. All of these ideas about how to work differently, they're thoughts. But what if we attuned to the mindful present moment and the present circumstances of that moment as they exist for everyone involved? And then what if we didn't move forward, we didn't bulldoze, we met the present moment and then we moved forward when it felt good to? Oh my gosh, we'd have sustainable businesses, we'd have sustainable bodies. It would be a new way of work. It is my pleasure to assist you in your path, in your journey, and your organization's journey. Reach out anytime, sarahpoet.com.